Hello, hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. How are you guys doing today? I'm excited to be back with my lovely friend Marcia. We're going to do a bit of a tarot chat, tarot dive, and see what messages we can come out with today. We were looking to focus a little bit on the topic of there's been quite a big shift within Mother Earth and Gaia with earthquakes in Japan and Hawaii's volcano eruption, and Hawaii also just had I think a recent earthquake as well. So many places around Mother Earth are just really adjusting and recalibrating, and we wanted to do a bit of a dive and see what else we can find with that. But thank you for joining me today again, Marcia. Did you want to say hello to everybody?
Hi everyone. I hope everyone's doing really well and holding their vibration because what the message is today is for yes, Mother Earth is shifting. Yes, Mother Earth is expelling energies. Yes, there might be other things that are going on. The reason why this is all happening, and we wanted to look into that today as well. But the thing is, if we hold that energy, if we hold our inner world, we can soften all of these because our energy adds to the collective field, right? So if we just consistently throughout our day check in with us, with ourselves, and see how our inner world is doing and just kind of reset it whenever we need to reset it, we are in fact actually 100% helping the earth, the collective, all these shifts that are happening so we can do our part, right?
I love that. Thank you. That's beautiful. And you look beautiful as always. I love, as I was saying before, the red phenomenal on you. It really makes you glow. I
We
love it.
were reading our auras, and like we said, I don't really do the aura thing, but she was like, I asked her, can you read my aura just for shits and giggles? And she told me what it was, and I heard blue, right? So clearly in my head. So Bree's aura is blue right now, and you
Oh,
can
and I think I
see.
just see, as you said that, I don't know if it was a spirit or an orb, but I just seen something float above when you said that, so that's pretty neat.
That's a bit of a confirmation right there.
Yes, yes, exactly. I know I was connecting a little bit to spirits before we came on here, so I seen quite a bit of things and activity happening. So we'll see if it comes through on the camera today.
Ooh,
But yes,
fun.
so I'm excited. I'm excited to do a bit of a tarot chat with you. Again, we wanted to well, I was thinking of starting on Japan because this was one that I actually pulled cards for. And I wanted to look into this because again, and when we were doing our energy report back in December, I was getting a lot about this like wave and tsunami and just a bit of a catastrophic situation coming up, and quite a few things have happened since then. So it's interesting, when I was pulling my oracles, I have the hawk and the panther coming out, and another card that I consistently keep getting, we have Phantos as well, but I get a lot about like webs and spiders because I got my tarantula. When I was looking into this earlier too, I had another spider. But when we look at Mother Earth, because part of my question when I was looking into Japan was I was wondering if this is Earth's natural shift, because part of me was going back to CERN for some reason. And I'm like, I really wanted to pull cards to see, does this look like a natural event or is there more manipulation? And I will say, based off of the tarot, I do have a natural event happening with this earthquake. I mean, we have that death card in Japan. So massive, I would say, like purges, especially with that panther. The panther is that the old densities, and the hawk is seeing things from like a bigger picture. So when we look at the energy that's come out, and something else that is really interesting, I won't go into depth, too greater depths here with this, but the past is the judgment. And as Marcia and I were talking a few minutes ago, about the trumpets. I did a video on the trumpet sounds and humming out in a white horse as well. So again, if you guys are interested in that, you can check it out. It's on the Patreon page. But the trumpets, what we were just chatting about, was a big like cosmic recalibration that was happening, that happened back in like 2008 to 2012. And that judgment's coming out specifically for Japan as well. So quite interesting to see that. Now, again, to just go over the rest of the summary of what I have for Japan as well, the death card is that big forced reset of an old cycle, recalibrations, and then the Four of Cups is a stagnant energy. So this is showing a pressure buildup with something needing to shift. And when we look at that, Two of Wands was in my situation, and this is the trigger. This is kind of that, I feel like, diverging path, because that's also my portal energy, right? So looking at the portal, the activation of this pressure. And the earthquake was kind of like, there was two different, I feel like, outcomes. One that was more devastating and one that was a little bit lighter. And interesting enough, I don't think there's been any deaths with this earthquake. You guys will have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's been a few injuries. My outcome is the sun. So the sun is, again, illumination, but I actually get physical connections with the sun and the earthquake in Japan, because this is energetic weak points. I feel like that could be solar rays when it comes to the Mother Earth and the recalibrations of the grids. And then we do have a tough energy, which is people being out in the cold, maybe losing their homes, families having to like relocate and all of that. So that's kind of a general energy of what I got for Japan's earthquake. But it does feel like this is very much, I got a lot of natural cards. I don't have any manipulation in this aspects of things. Did you want to share a little bit on your side, lovely lady?
That actually fits with what I got. It's I got the devil in the near future around the Seven of Cups. So for me, it's like what we were talking before, is that the earth shifts are being really supported by galactic kind of energies, if you want to call it the sun, or if you want to call it our star family. But I think that they are very much combined intuitively. That's what I get. And these two cards, the Devil and the Seven of Cups, is actually definitely saying that to me, is that the earth shifts are here to bring out all the kerfuffle, bring out all the lower vibrations. Yes, it is the earth expanding and giving birth to a new world. But as she's doing that, she's also saying that, wait a second, there's all these chaotic kind of blocked energies, old systems, old programs, old things that can't come to the new earth in the expanded kind of where she wants to take us, right? So that's what she's getting rid of right there,
Yes.
with the help from above, the solar, the galactic, the comet, whatever it is, right?
Yes.
What else did I get? I pulled 5 cards, but I'm not going to read them all because I would be here forever. This one is in the present. So all these things that are happening in Japan, I don't know a lot about Japan, but then Bree was saying something about like them being connected to CERN, and they were like messing around with that. And then I know there was that big tsunami that took out their nuclear plant. So this is getting the collective to look at our belief systems, and the Page of Cups is going to bring us into that. So this is all what the earth is doing right now with all these shifts, all these events, all these volcanoes. It is also taking away the collective's kind of like disillusion, right? The collective illusion, which is this card. And that is also kind of like manipulating and intensifying all these earth movements, because yes, the earth is shifting, but then yes, it's also getting rid of like energies, but it's getting rid of our energies too, right? So it's that.
Yes, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So
And
I got what you got for sure.
yes, I love that. And it's something that was interesting. I mean, while we're on the topic of Japan, because I was looking into the crystal ball a little bit, I was seeing planes. And as I was saying before, I was connecting to spirit. And I don't use this all the time, but sometimes I will use it's an app called Transcendence, and it does come through with spirits. So you can put your intentions in, you can think of it as like a spirit box. And I had a few specific things that came out with it. And one of the word was light wars, and there was another word about F3, I think it was. And I'm not too sure what F3 was, but with the hawk, I get a big like fighter jet or like a jet or a military presence with F3. And seeing the crystal ball, I was seeing again planes. So I'm like, okay, I think that this could be a bit of a tension as well rising in Japan. Again, I'm not super familiar with Japan myself and all the ins and outs and what's happening with the political side over there, but it feels like an intention or an intense potential escalation, especially in the sky, because interesting enough, like the hawk is in the sky, right? We have the judgment, the sky there. We have that 10 of wands or 10 of cups, but they're all looking up in towards the sky. We have the sun. It's all these things are pointing to looking into the into Mother Earth, but into the sky as well. So I do get a bit of illumination or some tension coming out of the dark with Japan and potentially to do with planes. You have the sun too.
I just pulled it as you were talking. Yeah.
Wow, look at that. See, how beautiful is it when you get little synchronicities like that? It's so cool. That's really exciting to get a confirmation like that. So
I
yay,
did
but
get like the Hierophant too, so the government, right?
oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah. And that was that's why I wanted to originally pull on Japan because I was getting a lot about CERN. Again, I'm not 100% sure how much their relationship is with that connection, but I kept getting that. And from my perspective, I feel like there were a lot of shifts or manipulations in the past that also altered some of the energetic, like maybe the tectonic plates, which also increases that energy of earthquakes. But you know what's interesting in the crystal ball? Numerous times I keep getting the ring of fire, which is that area, and that is an area that is known for earthquakes and shifts and movements. So
I have so many earthquakes and volcanoes around that ring of fire, and I know it's not the plate that is shifting. There's another word for it, but like Alaska, Hawaii has a volcano. Alaska had an earthquake, the border of Canada and Alaska, and then Russia had a huge earthquake, right? And did I get Thailand? Thailand had another earthquake, but then there was a whole bunch of stuff that happened in that part of the world too. So yeah,
wow.
that's the ring of fire right there. So, do you want to pull on? Because I was getting into intuitively that there was something along the lines of like, I'm really curious about this, the tunnels, right? Because I know that there's a reason why Hawaii was on fire, taken out a long time ago, that huge fire. I feel that fire was definitely a manipulation trying to take out like the evidence. And then now I think that Mother Earth is trying to get rid of the remnants of like the ridiculous stuff that's happening underground.
All right. And it's interesting that you brought that up because a while ago, this wasn't today, this was going back a while ago, but I kept getting the word flat tunnels, I believe it was.
Good, I remember that.
Yeah, and I'm like, flat tunnels, my interesting. And I never really fully got a huge explanation or dug into it in great depth. So it's just something that keeps coming up recently again. So let's look at that.
Yeah. Maybe the earthquakes are flattening the tunnels.
Yes, quite literally, right? Oh my goodness.
I remember that day that you were like, what do you think about flat tunnels? I'm like, I don't know. I was so tired that day. We didn't get any sleep last night. There was definite energies going around right now. But I feel that it's like recalibration time because I feel that like there's been so many expansions happening for the collective in the past week, right? And so now it's time to snuggle in and let it all recalibrate.
I'm gonna actually specifically pull on one more time to clarify, but I was intending on the energy of Hawaii with what's happening. And it's funny because when you said recalibration, right in the middle, I have the Two of Pentacles, which is that recalibration, girl. But again, there are very much, I have yet again natural energies. Mother Earth is literally coming out of Hawaii with the Empress there. And we have the eruption of the volcanoes. My situation is the Ace of Cups, but even looking at the overflowing energy, like the overflowing water or the overflowing of the lava, right? So overall, it does seem like this is also something that was kind of initiated or recalibrated with Mother Earth or Gaia. And it's interesting because we do have the Five of Wands, which is quite a bit of conflict with the aspect of the Fool. So we have that wounded warrior. So I do think there is a lot of tensions, wounded warriors in Hawaii with some of traumatic energies happening again underneath the tunnels potentially. I'll let you go and then I'll pull some more on the tunnels. But overall, you know, what's interesting, the next card too is I do have the my lion and the strength card, which is something that you also got as well. So that's pretty cool to see that, but massive, again, recalibrations with that. I do want to say though, unfortunately, I feel like there will be more shakeups in Hawaii specifically with this energy. I don't think it's done yet. What do you have over there? And I'll pull a little bit more specifically on the tunnels while you're talking.
It's insane. Like I was watching the videos and the volcano is shooting so high up in the sky. You know, and Hawaii's been through so much. It just, nothing is of coincidence, right? So it's like, why Hawaii? What's going on in Hawaii? So I got that. I got the Ace of Pentacles as the advice. So that is a definite yes. I don't think it's manipulated. I think it was manipulated, and now I feel like Mother Earth is just saying enough is enough, right? And like I'm gonna take ownership, and I'm gonna take responsibility, and I'm gonna pull it all out, you know? So then I also got the Wheel of Fortune. And this to me tells me that this is why Hawaii is having so many different things happening to it right now, because it was under the control of like the nefarious and and was very manipulated, right? And so now these shifts and these earthquakes are kind of recalibrating it back into alignment, a more harmonious alignment, and it's going to flip flop. This card here to me says the advice for the collective is to know that this is kind of the last chapter of all of these things, to go within, to kind of like, I'm hearing that this card is just telling us to just go within. Don't let it be like this card, like it's okay, everything is okay, it's the way it's supposed to be, even though that there may be some like casualties, home losses, all that stuff. It, in the long run, in the bigger picture, it is going to be okay. And to go within and to try to balance out the inner world, the inner emotions, to know that, right? And to not go into the chaos, you know?
Yeah, and I have a really similar energy. I was looking again a little bit more at the tunnels, and again, like you said, there was a lot of nefarious energies in the past, because interesting, like we have that King of Wands in that past energy, and that is that dictatorship, that tyranny. It's a reckless energy. But it's a threshold too. I don't have any like big nefarious energies coming out right now. I've even got the Nine of Wands again twice with Hawaii. So this is, I feel like, a threshold. And I love what you said when you said Mother Earth's almost like enough is enough, because we have a healing that is happening here. So it feels like it's in a little bit of like this guarded state with the Nine of Wands. And yes, there is sadness, there is heavy energy, because, you know, I don't know if there has been any lives that have been lost with the recent earthquake and the volcano, but this is the sadness, and it's kind of, you know, maybe having to readjust things for the people that are there. But I have to say, I with this tunnels and the energy with this too, I do think a lot of them, interesting enough, I got a lot of energy with water. It's almost like there's like I'm seeing them fill up with water, which is interesting. But this is also water is looking at the deeper truths that are really happening and coming out, because the back of my deck, again, look at that recalibration yet again, and we have the lovers, and that's that choice point. But this is also my card for that institutions and governments and things that have been happening underneath the surface. So everything's kind of coming up to the surface to be surrendered card. And with the Queen and King of Cups as like this dual energy, it's like a really strong also Lemurian energy coming out for me for Hawaii specifically. And I know for you, Hawaii is very dear to your heart, and you have a very strong connections to Hawaii. So I feel like this is that also that connections with your Lemurian energy kind of coming online with this. So I see this as a big healing. Even though it's a tough situation, it's a big healing that's happening.
I get that intuitively with all the earth shifts and all the everything, right? So, like a couple, maybe a week ago, falling asleep again. I don't know if I shared it with you in the previous pull that we did, but falling asleep with my cat, and he was acting weird. So tuned into him. He's helping. I woke up the next morning and I got two phrases: pole shift and earth is shifting, right? But I just feel that this is all aligned with, even though it's earthquakes and huge like lava and like crazy, crazy stuff, right? Like I feel like it is necessary. And I feel like it's, we can help, you know? Yeah.
Well, and it's interesting because, for anyone here that is tuning in or watching and wants to join meditations or just join morning tarot talks, then I'll put Marsha's info below. They have a channel of lovely souls that come together. But what's interesting too is seeing all this stuff, and I haven't seen a whole lot of deaths, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
So we can make a big difference. And I'm trying to put this into words because last night, because I knew we were coming together to do a tarot on Mother Earth, and I was looking to connect, to actually talk and have like a conversation with her. And I fell asleep in the midst of my meditation, and I was trying to remember because I had a really cool I feel like energy that came out with like, yes, she has just this unconditional love for us, despite everything that we put her through. But it's not even just like, I'm just going to use say like littering or treating the earth poorly as an example, but she actually absorbs our energy as well. So when we look at the chaos and the wars and the division, she's absorbing that, and it's like she's going through like labor pains is what I see them as. And you can't rush that baby. It's like there's that term. So if you try to have that baby early, it's gonna have consequences. So she's going through these labor pains right now, and it's just a little bit of a ride with the being part of her children, right?
And she's doing it for us. I mean, like if we see all the collective energy, just even driving down to the city, I felt it. And like if you can just imagine, I'm just little old me, but like if it's like the Mother Earth who's like absorbing all of this chaos, that was just one city. How many cities are there in the world, right? So as you were talking, Bree, I was like, for some reason, like the children thing, the kid thing, that came up when we were looking at the tunnels. And then look at this, the Four of Pentacles. So all of this stuff is like, that is going to come out in the near future. That whole kind of like,
the rings and things
yeah,
with the little ones underneath the tunnels as well, with a lot of awful things that have happened. But it's interesting because I keep pulling, expecting like, okay, there's nefarious activity and stuff, but I don't see any of that coming out of the card. I just got the exact same card as you, Four of Pentacles, girl. Okay, look at this. Four of Pentacles with my Archangel Michael card. And that's what's so interesting is every card that I'm pulling today is I'm not getting manipulation. I'm not getting, corruption. I'm actually getting a really solid energy. Like the Temperance is that Archangel Michael card, and there's protection of the children there as well from what it looks like. And the back of the deck is the Page of Swords, and that page is that childlike energy. Wow.
So it's meant to be. That's what the energies are saying. It's meant to be. It's like a fix of, it's not manipulated right now. It's fixing all that was manipulated, is what I'm sensing. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
So what can we do around that, right? And it's exactly what was coming through before is really honestly, like balance our own inner world. That's it. That's all. And it does so much. Like it does so much. It sounds so simple, but it does so much. What is that one?
Everyone wants to overcomplicate it, or it's like there's this want to try to help everyone. And I do get that, especially the very intuitive, very sensitive people just really wanting to take everyone in. But like you said, Marcia, you have to fix yourself. You have to focus on your own inner world. And when you said that, there's the judgment, there's the karma, the cause and effect. Woo. Oh, interesting. Okay, interesting. Because sometimes things like that happen for a reason. So let's see what's going on. We also have the back of the deck, which is the Six of Pentacles, and this is being of service. But to be of service and to also try to assist, helping yourself, you do assist other people because there is only you, right? It's hard to wrap our minds around it. That's a conversation I was having with Brad earlier about there is nobody else. There is only the I. Yeah. So it's kind of interesting.
Everyone's that mirror, and it is that unity consciousness. So if you really think about it, like what you do to love your own self, to make sure that you are balanced in your own inner world, if we are all one, in fact, all one, blah, blah, blah. If we are all one with one heartbeat and one breath, what we do for ourselves is for the collective, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's not about that big kind of like expression of like charity or anything like that. Just focus on your own inner world. That's it.
Exactly. And it's so interesting. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've told this story before, but the smallest little things have made the biggest impact. I still remember going into it was the dollar store out here. This was a long time ago now. And just helping this little old lady looking for something. Nobody was helping her. I'm like, okay, I'm here all the time. I know where everything is. I'll help you. And then at the end of this, we're just like sitting in the middle of the aisle, hugging each other. And it was like, oh my goodness, right? It's just this moment of like gratitude. I'm like bawling now already, but it's just those little things, right?
It's always the little things. It's always the little things. And you shifted so much by just that act of kindness, not only in her life, this is coming through right now, not only in her life, but the collective, the energy around that space,
Yeah.
That goes into the Earth's grids. Like we were working with so much about the Earth's grids. I feel strongly, Bree, the reason why you're picking up that web and that spider all the time, it's talking to us about the Earth's grids. Could also be talking about tunnels, but I feel like right now, the grids, right? Yeah.
Well, okay, let me just pull, when it comes to the tunnels, are they being completely overhauled at this time, Spirit? Like, what else can you share about these tunnels?
Before you say anything, as you were talking about the dollar store thing, and as we're talking about recalibrating our own inner world to help the collective, cards kept popping out. King of Cups, Ace of Cups, Four of Wands. Can't make this up, right? So the King of Cups is like owning your own, not the King of Cups, the Nine of Cups, sorry. Nine of Cups, Ace of Cups, and Four of Wands. So it's kind of like exactly what I was saying, right? Like recalibrating your own self. Look at him. He's like, yeah, I've got this. I'm good. We're almost there. And then the Ace of Cups is a definite yes, right? And the highest vibration of your emotional intelligence. And then just focusing on your own little circle. I know we're trained in this world that focusing on our own kind of like path and our own kind of like health and wellness is selfish, but it's not, because what we just said, when we are doing good, we're all connected as one, and that adds to the collective.
Yes, when you help yourself, you literally help other people. It's really that simple. And, it's interesting even bringing up, like, part of the reason I wasn't going to go into it, but now that you pulled those cards, that Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. And
Oh,
when
I
it
love
comes to
that.
also manifestation, you guys, too, when things have been like, let's say, stagnant, or there's something in my life that's just like not flowing, and I go into meditation and I bring up that gratitude for that exact situation that happened to, like, that I experienced in the dollar store. It's like everything, you kind of drop into your heart. So when you drop into your heart is that field that you kind of enter into, and your manifestations come a lot faster as well in this 3D world. So that's kind of interesting, like, tidbit that came out. But one little thing I can conclude on is, this is crazy, very big yes. Okay, when we look at the tunnels, like, are they being overhauled right now when it comes to the corruption? Okay, I have the Three of Cups, which is the big yes. This is working together, my literal yes card, and my Nine of Pentacles. This card is the card of trafficking.
Oh my
And
gosh.
yes, so when we look at that, this is a big yes. There is an overhaul, and it's so interesting because, again, I was really expecting some of the cards to come out today is to be like the, manipulation and chaos and corruption within Mother Earth's grid, and I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing her naturally purging right now, or adjusting, or recalibrating, I guess we can say.
Enough is enough. I keep
Yeah.
hearing that enough is enough, and she's doing this.
Yes. Yeah, back of the deck, there's that death card again. Big transformation, Scorpio.
I'm
Wow.
excited, even though there's a lot of things on the outer world that are kind of very chaotic right now. I am very excited. I feel a lot of peace and I feel a lot of gratitude for like the things. It just seems that time is speeding up. The revelations are coming in hot. They're coming in fast, right? And it's like there's no fear.
Yeah.
There's no fear. It's okay. It just really feels necessary and it feels okay, you know?
Yeah. That's beautiful. I love
Mhm.
that.
Mhm. So no, we're not being manipulated. I wonder, like, I don't think that they have the CERN anymore. There haven't been crazy fires or anything else like that lately. We didn't have any up here.
Yeah, I mean, when I looked into it in the past, like, I feel like a lot of their technology has been dismantled from when I looked in the past. But it's just interesting that for some reason I kept going to that, which is why I wanted to pull cards. And I pulled cards on it last night, and I also got a no. I got very much natural energy, or like Mother Earth energy coming out. So let's just pull a couple cards on that then. Does the, let's say, the deep state, the cabal, whatever you want to label them as, do they have any major technology still in their possession? That is so crazy. Oh my gosh, girl, this is so crazy. Okay, so we have, I'll share what I have just because I've already got cards here. So I have the Seven of Swords, which is the theft, which is the deception, which is the awful energy they have. But look at this. We have walking away. It's been taken away. It's been transferred.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
also have the Two of Cups. It's been transferred to the, we can say, white hats,
Yeah.
if you want to call them that. But that's crazy that that came out, like, so crazy. So back of the deck is stillness, so they have very little stuff is what it looks like, in my opinion.
And that's why all these revelations and that's why all these things are happening, right? And that's why Mother Earth is saying enough is enough, because it's the time. The time is now. The time is now to take it back, right? The time is now for the Wheel of Fortune to tip topsy turvy everything. I got the death card in regards to do they have any of their toys? So no, they don't, because it can't continue.
Oh my gosh.
And exactly the same message has been given over.
Transferred. It's
Yeah,
been transferred. Oh
yeah.
my goodness, girl, that's so
Wow, right?
crazy. That is so cool to get the almost the exact same thing. Um, yeah. Wow. So
We're in a
great.
good space. We are. I
Yeah.
really feel that 100% strongly. Like we're in a good space right now, and we can absolutely look beyond the chaos. That message from Mother Earth is look beyond the chaos. Focus on like the birds. Focus on like the animals, right? Snuggle your fur babies. Focus and just give so much love to your family. Right now, I'm a little bit pissed off at my husband right now, so I should like take my own my own
Surrender,
advice.
girl.
Yeah, go on a different timeline and don't do what usually happens and just kind of like bury the hatchet, right? And just be in that energy of love and like it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And it's like when you're in that energy of love and gratitude, like we are doing so much more than we actually think. It's very small, a small shift within yourself.
I pulled a card for you, and we have that happy family card, the happy family card, and the sun is also popping out as well. So focusing on the good, right? Focusing on the good, but also not pretending the other stuff doesn't exist. It's about surrendering to it, but I know you know how to do that. So
I just like we all know I'm like so much fire and I have like a lot of like very stubborn, right? So it's like when I feel wronged, I can sit in that energy for so long, but really honestly, like who is that helping? Like what am I proving? It's making me feel like crap, right? So yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
but it's so nice when we can bring awareness because we're still here having this experience in this human body. So it's kind of interesting when we come to that realization. It's like, okay, well, I'm my own worst enemy. I'm the one letting myself sit here and grovel and feel shitty, right? I have the choice to change that. Am I going to? Yes or no? So
It's
I
like,
had that.
no. Why? Why sit in it? And that is like such a huge life lesson because I was wrong. But who the hell cares? Like in the bigger picture, right?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm going back like memory lane now when you guys were moving, and I remember texting you as you were driving up there. There was a situation with a horse.
I
Anyway,
don't
that
care what he says. I'm going to
Marsha.
buy her a horse, and it is wrong. Bree was mine, and this is why we have the community, right? And this is why, like, I'm so grateful for this path because it cleared the road. It cleared the road of all the people that weren't aligned with my highest good, and it brought people in that are aligned with my highest good because she was my voice of reason in that moment because I was really mad.
You're a stubborn girl. You're stubborn. I love you, but you're stubborn. Oh.
The card that really resonates with me is the Queen of Wands. So there's a reason for that, right? And she's gonna pull cards.
Like, listen, the Queen of Wands wants to come out. That's funny. That's funny. I have the Sun again and the Page of Pentacles, but it's releasing that energy. Like you have done so much, girl. Like you have done so much when it comes to releasing those old restrictions. Like I have watched you flourish in such a short amount of time. It's incredible.
I'm so
So I'm
grateful
so
for
proud of
you.
you.
And I'm so grateful for you, Bree.
Oh, I love it. I
Love
love
you.
it. I love our little tarot chats. I'm having so much fun. Is there anything else you want to like dive into? I wonder if we should look at. Okay, actually, there is one thing that I was getting because I was trying to look at the energy of. Is there something big? You know how we all, especially
Oh,
here,
yeah.
BC, like on the coast, everyone's like, "There's a big one coming," right?
Yeah.
Is there? Is there really a big one coming?
Will that happen?
Let's see, Spirit. What can you share? Is there truly a big I'm talking like more of like a catastrophic earthquake coming. Do we want to focus on the coast?
Yeah. Let's do do you want to do Canada, the west coast of North
Yes, sure.
America?
Let's do that.
Sorry, all the UK people, we love you. You guys are having a hard time also over there. We can talk about that later. Coast of North America.
Did you want to go first, or what are you
Oh,
thinking?
go ahead, I'm still shuffling. I'm just gonna pull. Ah, guess what just gave up the Queen of Wands?
Look at you go, girl. I love that. I have to be honest, I have a really good energy yet again. Do you know what's interesting though? Looking at the past, I do think there was a trajectory and a timeline that
Mm.
did represent something catastrophic happening. But this is in the past. There has been, look at, we have Mother Earth here in the present moment, and we also have a victory. And the outcome is really interesting because we have the Six of Cups, and this is the children, but this is remembrance. And I do think there is a shift. Again, a lot of things that I feel like happened in the past were controlled by that narrative with the deep state, and that's what's aspecting that past energy. So I don't have anything coming up saying, there's a big catastrophic earthquake coming and we're all going to be doomed. I don't get that at all.
So just feeling into these cards, the past is there was a lot of fire, a lot of energy into this timeline of like the big one, right? But it has been flipped around. And also I think that all what's happening right now with all the earthquakes, the volcanoes and stuff, it's like expelling a lot of the pressure. So maybe it was supposed to happen because a lot of people were concerned about it. But because of all these little earthquakes and little things happening, well, they're not little, but like all these other things that are happening, it's kind of taking away the pressure from the Ring of Fire. And I just don't see it. Like the energy is just too good. I just don't see it happening, at all. At
Mhm.
all, at all.
Yeah. I mean, we may have shifts in quakes or something like smaller ones, but I don't see anything like wiping out tons of people or anything like that. One thing I did keep getting, I'm going to pull cards. I'm curious what you get too, is I don't know if this is Seattle or if it's New York, but these are two places that keep coming into my awareness when it comes to an earthquake in the near future. What can you share about, am I seeing that correctly? What can you share? Are there any potential mild or mid-sized earthquakes within either Seattle or New York? I can't tell where, but those are the two.
Where is Seattle and New York? Like, is it on the West Coast, East Coast, middle?
Well, Seattle, yes.
Seattle's right
New
under
York,
Vancouver, so that's West Coast. Yeah. Isn't it?
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, New York is not.
But
Um,
New York, you know what? New York might be more of like the galactic ships.
yeah, could be. I'm. Um, I'm not necessarily getting, actually, okay, what I do get though is more this is the same card I got with the outcome with Japan, the sun, and it's in my situation. So I do think that we're going to see some, this could be a different representation now with the flare, maybe solar flares shifting the grid with that spider web, because it's tuning into different, the I want to say like you were talking about, the pressures, the system of the grid is shifting with the solar flares or solar energy. So there could be like earthquakes or rises of water in these areas, but
Hmm.
again, I don't necessarily see like something catastrophic. So it feels like if it is happening, like look at Japan. There's been no deaths. Yes, there's some devastation with losing houses or having to get to higher waters, but I get more of a water energy than an big earthquake energy, which could be maybe an earthquake within the waters, and it causes like some flooding, because I do have like having to get to higher grounds. We have lots of that energy.
Hmm.
So interesting. And one little note I'm going to say here, though, too, is this is linked very strongly again to we have that corruption, the children, and that trafficking energy. So it's all connected. It's connected to Mother Earth very deeply here.
That came in so strong. The kids, and then what was the card that popped out as the kids, right? The Four of Pentacles. And it's going to show everybody about the kids. I think that is the breaking point, right? And that is what's going to be the turning point is that kid thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of exposure. So I wouldn't be surprised, again, looking into, this is something I got earlier too, but 2026, the exposures with the children, even looking
Oh,
at this
did you
card,
get the
how
children?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have the children here too. And what's interesting is when we pulled when you were, so you were getting the children very strongly, and you got the Four of Pentacles, and I got the same Four of Pentacles, but I got the Temperance with that, and there's protection around that. So there is a lot of shifts with that particular topic that's happening, and I think there's going to be a lot more leaks with takedowns, because look at this. Ooh, look at this, you guys. This is actual takedowns. This is my imprisonment card, so we can see accountability also happening, especially as we go into 2026.
2026.
I
Yeah.
get a strong like the Leo summer energy, like around that June, July, like pretty big takedowns.
That is awesome. And we pulled, I think we kind of pulled privately in our Telegram chat about 2026 being the fire horse, and it's going to be a lot of revelations, like a lot of revelations that's going to rock the boat, right? So it's the the earthquake energy. It's the earthquake energy. It's like the let's shake it up, and see where it all lies, see where it all falls. So yeah, that's 2026 for us for sure. Yeah.
Yes, it's shaking it up literally and symbolically.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, I didn't like I wasn't even really thinking about the children as one rabbit hole that I haven't really gone down too much because it's just so sad, right? I just don't even I can't even fathom being like we're both moms. So, yeah.
It's going to be uncomfortable, but it's again necessary to come out to say, hey, and that's the thing is, we can see, as we pulled all these cards and seeing all the really positive energies coming out, because if there was not this chaos, if it wasn't this loud, you can, at that point, that the corrupt energy is still winning. So I do think it's going to amp up quite a bit going into 2026, and it is going to be uncomfortable, but it's necessary for a change, and it's moving forward with really beautiful energies. So I see a lot of lovely energy with that Temperance. That's my Archangel Michael card, especially with the kids. So
I
it's
agree
beautiful.
100%. And without that chaos and without the shakeup and without the earthquake energy, we wouldn't move.
Yeah.
And if we don't move, that means status quo would stay the same.
Yeah.
Everything, the programs, the systems, the thing about the little ones, right? Like it would all stay the same. So we do need this chaos, and 2026 is going to bring that chaos 100%.
Yeah.
So I've been really enjoying your tarot classes. I just watched the last one.
The
Yeah.
High Priestess.
I
Yeah.
haven't watched that one. I just watched The Fool and The Magician. And I love the timing piece because I haven't really delved into the timing. And so Bree talks about like what cards in the timing aspect, what they mean for the timing aspect. So I love them
Oh,
on
I'm
your
glad you're
Patreon.
enjoying it. Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. It's been a lot of fun. I mean, there's so many videos, and I just wish there was more time in the day. So there's so many things that I want to do and record. And I think it would be really cool, as I'm planning on doing like a 2026 for different like countries as well, and looking a little bit into the numerology too, and the Bosy charts to see what we can expect for 2026, because it's going to be a little bit different in different parts of the world. So I did a bit of a bigger collective 2026 fire horse not too long ago, but I'm going to look into some more things more specifically, so I'm excited for that.
Can you tell us about your Bosy chart? I know we were chatting about it and it looked so amazing when you sent me kind of like the demo. And I looked at your thing, but then just like tell everybody about your Bosy chart. Like you just put it out and what is it? What does it entail?
Yeah, I have like a huge love for numerology and Chinese astrology, and the more I'm like studying and looking into it, I'm like, holy crap, like it's quite incredible to see our blueprint. So I do have a couple different options where if you're looking for just compatibility or if you're looking for a full report, but really what it goes into is like all your elements and how that works with each individual year, because also with the Bazi you could look at pillars like decades. So there's a lot. It's quite detailed and it's quite a big report depending on which ones you guys are looking at, but it can really go into, again, details with love, with relationships, with health as well. I mean, of course, it's always important to say it's not to replace any medical advice, but we could really look into what areas of the body based off of your blueprint need extra care, extra attention, because especially when you enter into, I was just chatting to a lovely lady about, and I did a chart for her, and just as of December 1st, her health just took a weird turn. And looking into the depths of the chart, it tells you exactly what to expect. And it's like, okay, well, we need to incorporate maybe more of this element, or we need to do X, Y, and Z to override that energy. So everything can be changed and adjusted, and you guys really do have the power. But I guess how I can conclude, there's a lot of different energies we can look into, from, again, love relationships to compatibility to just health and wellness, and even looking at careers and finances. Because sometimes with careers and finances too, it's like, or careers more specifically, like you could be in kind of the wrong field, right? There are certain fields that work best with your energy, and some people are kind of in that wrong field of work, which is why they're consistently hitting that brick wall and struggling. So it's a big passion project of mine, and I was thinking about looking into doing something like this for a while, but I put all my love and my heart into it, so it's been a lot of fun.
We spent all day on it.
Oh
So
my goodness. It's taken me a little bit longer. So, I mean, the full reports anyway, because they're quite extensive. I think the last one I did was like 80 pages long. And I said in my thing, I'm like, oh, it's like 40 pages. And I ended up going to like 80 pages because I'm like, well, I want to go into detail. So that full report gives you your full like blueprint, but also a report on 2026 specifically, because we are going into that year in the next couple weeks. Can you believe that?
cannot
January.
believe that. It flew by like a blink of an eye. Like, remember in January of 2025, right? Like, it seems like yesterday.
Oh my
But back
goodness.
to your report. So what do people need to give you? Like, is it a live thing? Is it like a session thing? Or is it like a, I'm gonna give you my birth date, birth time, blah, 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 all
Yeah.
that stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like birth date, birth time, location if possible. And then you would get like a PDF report. So again, always open to chatting. Like if somebody wants more clarification on anything, I'm always open. I'm easygoing. So not necessarily a live thing. It's more of a request information like birth date, gender as well, because that matters within the Bosy, and also the time of birth. So that kind of gives me a bit of a perspective to work with it. But yeah, it's been
Great Christmas present too. So for people who are like looking for that hard to get person, like that's a really great Christmas present. I think I'm gonna get myself one actually. I'm
good.
really interested in it for sure. I'm excited.
Maybe I have an idea for Christmas, a Christmas
Oh,
gift.
stop. She's so funny. She's it's like I want to support her that she never lets me.
Oh, I love you.
Okay, so do you want to pick one more card from Mother Earth? I just love ending every kind of like tarot thing. I'm gonna pull out my Oracle deck, my Mother Earth Oracle deck. And like I always say, I don't need a deck to connect to Mother Earth, but it's kind of fun. She's
It
just fun,
is.
girl. And I know that we discussed how my whole life kind of had a tower moment, and like I had like, people leaving my life, and then I found this lovely soul crew that we meet every morning. If you are in that, it's coming in right now, Brie, I'm sorry, but it's like if you are in that place where you're just feeling alone and the world seems just so nutso, that's where exactly I was, right? And it was these people that are on our Telegram chat, it was these exact people that saved my butt. So if you want to join us, we have actually made our Telegram public, and you can post the Telegram link now. It's fine. I told Bree don't post it just in case that there's some crazies, but like I think you can post it now. I've posted it now.
Okay. Yes, it's an amazing group. I mean, such beautiful souls, and it's growing. It's growing, girl. I love it. I'm so excited for you guys. But especially with the meditations, with the tarot chats, and just being there for support.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That is the piece, right? It's really not about likes, and I'm trying to stay away from the likes and the amount of followers and all that 3D stuff. Like, it's really just fun. It's like a heart project. It's like a service thing. It's like for those people who just feel so alone, or the people who are just kind of starting out on their spiritual journey. right?
Yes, look, it's interesting because on the back of my deck I have the orphan energy, and it's like it's that being alone. It's feeling like you don't know where to turn because it's a chaotic world, and sometimes you don't know what to think nowadays, right? So just having, being able to come and talk and work through things is fabulous. So amazing group, everybody in that group, fabulous, beautiful souls.
Amazing
I love
people.
you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing people for sure. Okay, one card for Mother Earth. It's a journey. We are on a journey. You know,
Oh my goodness, look at that.
that looks like that vision I had during the meditation. It went so dark and the color wasn't green, the color was purple, but it was like that. It was like
Mm.
going through a path, right? With a light at the end of the tunnel. So it's like focus on the light at the end of the tunnel, right? We can see the light now.
It's like go the distance because I have that go the distance card, and I feel like with that, and I pulled two, and I have the surrender to the divine. Do we have a full moon coming, or did one just pass?
We do have a full moon coming, actually. We had, no, one just passed. We
Okay.
have the new moon on the 19th, which is a very, very, very important date. Very important. New
Yes, we're
moon.
doing
Yeah,
meditation on that one,
yeah,
aren't we?
yeah. A
So yes, if
hundred
anyone
percent.
wants to join, we're going to be doing, I can't remember, is it on the 18th or the
We
19th?
haven't picked a date. It's going to
Okay.
be around, it's the second of the activations of the clearing of the chakras. We're going to do more around that to get ready for the opening of the gateway to the divine so we can just have that instant channel, right? Because like the comet is coming in to clear all that stuff being in the planet of Sagittarius. Do you feel that whenever you're like getting the messages, it's like you don't have enough breath to get it out? What's coming?
Yeah, you're like out of breath. Yes. Oh my goodness, that's too funny. Oh, I noticed that with you too, because all of a sudden you're like, oh, I need to keep going. There's more there. Oh my goodness, I love that. And I mean, when it comes to Mother Earth, yeah, I have these two beautiful cards. So it feels like surrender to the old world and commit to the new frequency, but this is changing and seeing it through the whole way through. So it's kind of keep going, you guys, the completion points beyond the turbulence.
And the
Yeah.
light, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. We're not far. We're not far, right? Mother Earth is doing her thing right now to get rid of all like the remnants of whatever was kerfuffled before, manipulated before. There isn't any manipulation right now. The cards were absolutely clear that it is not a nefarious thing that's happening.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the message too with the surrender to the divine is like surrender to what is divinely shifting here. It's like going the
Mhm.
distance because your soul has already agreed to complete it here. There's the finish line. It has the finish line on there, you guys.
What is that? Is that a rabbit? Like,
It's
what
a
is that?
cheetah.
Ooh, it's a cat.
Yes, there's that feline coming out yet
Oh,
again.
Lyran, you're Lyran.
Feline
Do
energy. I
you
love it.
notice how often you get that card?
It is insane. I was doing this I think a session, and the line came out and I'm like, okay, the line's not even for it's for me. It's like I'm here. It was kind of cool. So it has been coming in a lot. It's been a really cool connection. So we'll have to. I'm trying to look at going a little bit deeper, and this energy is much more stern because usually like I had Sarah, that was my other guide, and she was just very soft and very gentle, and this Lyran energy is very much stern. So I had actually a really interesting experience the other night that came out, which was like another parallel version of me, and he came out and he showed me her, and I was able to even have this full-on conversation with her, and then all of a sudden she dissolved after. It was a version of me that did not look anything like me. It was like dark hair, emo looking, just very, very broken, there's a lot of trauma there. And it was a really interesting meditation because I was able to go in there and like break open her heart. But what was really cool is like she's seen me. She's like, "Who are you?" And it was this full on like conversation with her. So quite interesting.
Oh, after you did that, I wanted to talk to you about that. Like after you did that, how did you feel? Right?
Oh,
Like during the day, did you feel a shift in your energy? Because if she is you and she's on a different timeline and you dissolved and healed that timeline, there must be a shift within this timeline.
Yes, yes, that's so funny you brought that up because even in my dream that night, because I did the meditation at night, and what was interesting is sometimes we go into our dream state and we have very amazing breakthroughs within our dream state, but I was very awake, very aware of what was happening. And then afterwards, I fell asleep. And in my dream state, I'm just gonna say I was really magnetic in there and I was drawing a bunch of people in. You know more to the story. But going through my next day, I honestly didn't think a whole lot of it. I forgot about it. I didn't even message you until the night of it because I was just so busy with my day, and then it came all back to me. But that day, that shift, it's like you notice a bit of like a magnetism shift where people are like, oh, like just looking at you, or you're drawing more, I guess, attention, not in a bad way, but you know what I mean? There's just more of a magnetic energy there. So that's what I got from that shift. There was that integration that came in from that dissolved energy, or that fragment of myself that was integrated again. So it was a pretty cool experience.
I love that Lyran guide of yours. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And he's Mr. Fusion now, is how we're gonna say to
Right,
him.
Mr. Fusion. Because that's where I got all my fusion talk about. I was getting the fusion. So as I was kind of connecting to him about that dream too, and then he started talking about, no, you were able to successfully like hold the emotional grid of that parallel version of me without taking on the trauma, is yes, I think what he said. And it was just very interesting. It was a very I feel like eye-opening experience for me that like shifted things internally. So it was pretty neat.
I took that on, and yesterday I was trying to connect. I was like, okay, Bree has that lion, I've got the white dragon, and I have not even like, it's kind of like fun. I know she's around, she's always around, but I don't really try to connect with her. And isn't it funny? We always have to genderize it, right?
Yes.
You don't, it's not like a her or a him, it's an energy, right? But I always want to say her. So yesterday I was trying to connect with her and then I fell asleep within it. And I had a little bit of a connection, but I'm going to definitely work on more of it. So thanks for the inspiration.
I love that. I love that. And that was one of the big things when I first started connecting with this. I'm like, oh, like, are you, like, we always want to know, what's your name? Like, what's your name? What's your gender? And he was like, it's the fusion. Your mind is still trying to compartmentalize the gender. It's like, I'm neither female or male. So that's where the fusion really came in. So I thought that was kind of interesting and opened my eye to some things as well. But for me, it's a bit more of a masculine presence, so that's why I just still refer when I talk to it as a he. But it's kind of the fusion of both, is from what I was told.
Yeah, and that's the same with the dragon is like I feel more of a feminine quality, but absolutely like she has there again it is she has those qualities of the masculine as well, right? Like what we used to think of it, but our meditations going from I to we're taking all of that out, like all those characteristics of masculine, all those characteristics of feminine, and we're just seeing it all as one.
Love it. I love it. That's so amazing. I had so much fun. We'll have to connect and do another tarot chat soon.
Absolutely. Whenever we get our next download that seems to be in sync, we'll definitely do another one.
Yay. I love it. I love it. So, I mean, is there anything else you wanted to pull on before we end? Or I think we
No, I think we're good. I think we got the fact that the message of today is all these things that are happening, all the physical movements that are happening are super aligned. They are not manipulated or nefarious. It is what Mother Earth needs at this point in time. And she also needs our love and our support by giving our own selves love and support and showing ourselves love and support in our family. So no more being mad at the husband.
10 of cups, girl. 10 of cups, right? Oh, you're funny. I love that. Well, thank you everyone who joined us on a fun and amazing little tarot talk today. We encourage you guys to, check out Marsha's page. I'll put her info below if you guys want to join our group there. And until next time, we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.